for you because we are so excited right now for the timing opportunity that you have. Right now, K beauty, it is on the trend. All right. It is everywhere in South Korea. It's leaps and bounds ahead of other countries. It's where customers can undergo just about any aesthetic treatment. And it's like I was just listening to a thing today on how the Kardashians, they could get any treatment they want in California, but they jump on a plane and they go to South Korea. So we are on the map. The timing has never been better, hitting this trend of the global power of K-beauty. The global market right in 2022 was 91 billion in sales. And they are predicting 187 billion in sales by 2030. So we look at the numbers on trends, right? Look at this 350% increase in Google searches for Korean skincare. 56% of American women have shown interest in K beauty products. This is more for the UK. The UK is importing more Korean beauty products right now than North America. 46% of Gen X consumers are actively using these products. 80% of women who try K beauty products report a high satisfaction level, and 70% of these satisfied customers go on to repurchase K beauty products, indicating strong loyalty brand. And Christy and I can verify that, being in the North America sector for over 2 years. You make a one-time sale with a customer, they continue to reorder. They reorder on their own. They don't want to run out. Korean Cosmetics has beat Chanel and Lancome to rank up top in the US and Japan. That's crazy. They have overtaken the US in cosmetic exports, trailing, and actually in the UK, they have passed France. So people are coming to K beauty because, and if you don't know what that means yet, it just means it came from the Mecca of beauty. It's South Korea is the capital of all beauty products. But Riman, and what you have your hands on right now is bringing people because of its innovation. At this point, Christy, why don't you introduce our brands that we have here?
Oh my goodness, of course. Yes. So if you want to be aligned, you guys, with a brand that completely over delivers, and that's what you're looking at right now. These products are clean, they're science backed, and they are formulated at a level that rivals the biggest luxury names in the world. That's really who we're competing with. We're competing with names like Chanel and Lancome, and we're doing it at a price that everyday people that have access to. Next.
Oh, I think we're lagged. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you see? Okay, go ahead. You see that screen?
I can. I can.
Okay,
This is perfect.
I'll
So,
let you run
uh,
that.
um, what if the next billion-dollar brand isn't sitting on Sephora shelves, you guys? What if it's sitting in your hands? As you saw from what Abby just showed you, is that the K-beauty movement, it's happening right now. And again, you're not just looking at a brand, you're staring at a movement. Timing matters. So let's go back to a little bit about where the beginning and where we are and where we're going. So Riman was born in Korea in 2018. And in just 6 years, they've already done now over 3 billion in sales. We've sold 40 million bottles of actually just one product. If you don't have the dermatology cream, that's definitely the product that you're going to want. And we rose to the top. Could you guys imagine rising to the top in an area with that is so highly competitive in the K beauty industry? And we became the #1 K beauty brand. And here's the wild part. We just launched in the US and in Canada, December of 2023. And we are, of course, now just newly coming into your area as well. So you are ahead of the masses. If you've been praying for a fresh start, this is definitely it. And the timing is now.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and get into a little bit of what makes us so special. First of all, you have what's known as the Asiatica centella plant. That's a widely known plant in South Korea. Chairman On was doing research on it. It's also known as tiger's grass. The reason for that being is because during mating season, tigers would fight, they'd get scratched up, and they would roll in this grass that had lots of healing benefits to it. And then what happened was Chairman On, our product formulator, got a certificate to do research with a world protected UNESCO site. There are four in the world of basically what's called volcano energy lava water. And the other three sites in the world you can't get to, too much sand, too much silt, too deep. But on Jeju Island, right off South Korea, you can. And so he got a grant, the only certificate to do research with beauty products. And that water is chock full of minerals and healing agents. And so what he did was he took that water and he started to spray this pennywort, this Asiatica centella. And guys, it grew the size of a cabbage. So it went from like a four-leaf clover into the size of the palm of my hand. And they patented that, and we literally created our own species of plant and own all the patents on it for the next 20 years. So this Beyond Pool leaf, now what it is, it's got anti-inflammatory benefits to soothe the skin. It helps hydrate and protect. We're going to show you pictures. You're going to see the anti-wrinkling and reduction in hyperpigmentation. But what makes us what's called a cosmeceutical brand is that we have a medical technology called nanoliposomal technology. And it's basically, they do medical treatments with it because it helps infiltrate things deep into the dermis layer. So they take this Jeju lava energy water and they take this Beyond Pool leaf and they spin it in this medical machine. And it has the ability then to enter deep into your dermis layer. And we call this skin repair. You start healing from the inside out, that glow, that reflection. It's a reflection of a healed and hydrated cell on the surface. And so here's just a little picture of our product line. But what you're going to get, it's cruelty free. It goes through the EW standards. It's the most scrutinous test in the world. And you can see right there, like the radical differences. Who is that on that screen? Is that you, Christy?
That's me.
Tell me about your experience. I am on the left, Christy's on the right. Christy, I just want to kind of, hear your story when you first began it. What did you notice?
Well, absolutely. So if you're looking at the picture, my before picture, this was before Riman, and I'm 52. I was 51 in that picture, and I just accepted that my skin was aging, and this is basically it was all downhill, and it was everything that I had ever heard about the aging process. And honestly, I was really sad about it. I was really depressed about it. I wore a lot of heavy, thick makeup to cover all of the hyperpigmentation, and just the overall structure of my skin was really discolored. And a good friend reached out to me and they introduced me to Riman. Very skeptical I was because I feel like I had tried everything and I was spending a lot of money on skincare. I basically had a whole drawer of skincare, which I feel like a lot of you ladies can relate to. Um, Within 24 hours, I felt the difference. So for those of you guys that have tried the products, like share with us, what are you loving about it? And how fast did you feel the difference? And for me, it was in those first 24 hours. And then I started to actually see a difference within 3 days. And that's when I started to pay attention. I used the products for 6 months before I decided to sign up as what's called a beauty planner or an affiliate. And my after picture that you see here is 5 months later. And it was putting the pictures side by side and seeing the difference in the pictures is what really opened my mind to what we have here. And if you've got a great product, I knew that it was a win-win. And the rest is history. So now I'm just aging backwards.
I love that. I feel like I have kind of the same. I remember I had turned 39 years old. I went to I went to a med spa. They got me on medical grade products, which really just means you need a doctor above the practice because it has so many active agents in it, things you wouldn't want your 12-year-old to be experiencing. So I had spent a year doing medical grade products. I was doing Botox, filler, lasers, microderm. I said, I'm 39. This year, I'm going to invest in my skin. Okay, well, I was introduced to Riman. My birthday's in November. I was introduced to Riman in February. And that is my before and after picture for 6 weeks. So I had spent tons of money on my skin, and the on the left was my skin after all the medical treatments and things that I had been doing, and on the right was literally 6 weeks post using Raman. I ditched the medical grade skincare. I canceled my med spa membership, and I am now Botox and filler free for almost 2 years now. So I'm going to tell you, you're going to save a lot of money. And here's just some other pictures. And, when we first began, I would see pictures and I didn't believe them.
Mhm.
But I can tell you, Pam, she's up there on the left. She's from Canada. I know her. This is true. This is actually on the right of Pam in the middle top. This is her client after 1 month. You can see just the inflammation that calms down, comes out of the face, and the texture. On the top right corner, this is one of my best friends and a director on my team, Lori. And she is now she was a not she was a nurse, and she got into digital marketing, social media marketing, and she picked up Ramon, and she does so well using social media and teaching women 50 plus about skin. In the lower left, we have our friend Karen, and you can just see the hyperpigmentation and also the inflammation that also came out of her face. And these other two pictures, I mean, look at the glow, look at the healing and the pigmentation. It's transformative. Christy, go ahead and talk a little bit about our hair care and our body care.
Absolutely. So we're not just skincare on the face, we're also skincare on your body and on your scalp as well. So let's start a little bit with the Lab. Lab is our shampoo, and we also have a conditioner, aka treatment. And what this does is it removes buildup, it soothes your scalp, and it supports thicker, healthier hair. Just like these incredible before and afters that you're looking at on the face, we also have some pretty incredible before and afters for the hair as well. There you go. And so as you can see, look at the hair growth here. The amazing thing about this, you guys, is that our products are instant impact. People feel the difference immediately. And when you have a product like that that is that impactful, where they don't have to wait 30, 60, or 90 days, that's the game changer. People that experience our hair care products, the first text message that I get is, oh my gosh, I just washed my hair. I used the conditioner. My hair has never felt this soft. So that's one of the first things. And when you experience that soft hair like you had when you were a child, that's a game changer. And people want to continue to use it. And then they experience the growth, right? The thickness and all of that starts to shift, especially with women that are aging, because as we age with hormones, we start to experience hair loss. And that's what I was experiencing. I experienced a dramatic hair loss just in the front of my head, and I was devastated. And then I started using these products, and now for the first time ever, I'm growing my hair back long again, where I've had to keep it short for probably the last 10 years. So that's been really exciting for me. Also, the body care as well. We have hydrocollagen 3, and what this does is it doesn't just infuse you with hydrolonic acid, which we know is great for dry skin, but it also has a collagen benefit as well. Also, our body care, it has a fermentation, and it's all vegan. We also have probiotics. And so that's where the fermentation comes in, where we can actually feed your skin those healthy probiotics as well. So it's a head to toe ritual that works. Your customers are going to feel the difference fast, as are you.
Love it. Now, here's what's really, really cool about the opportunity that you have. So you have probably the best company worldwide right now. You have the best products on the stage in high demand, culturally trending. Everybody's coming to it. They know about Korean skincare, but they don't know the brand. They don't know the best. And that's where you get to come in and take advantage of this opportunity. But you're not starting your own business from scratch. You literally have the best marketing in the world behind you. Look at just kind of look at the vibe and the feel of this marketing, like these pictures. Well, here at Ramon, we believed that marketing was so important. This is one of South Korea's number one top models. But if you just look at the feeling and at the vibe, at the commercials that they put out, you'd be walking down South Korea and look up at the sky rises, and this commercial is literally going, just like in New York City, where you see that. So it's pretty incredible. We also just partnered with Frederic Bertin. He's one of the top European scent perfumists in the world, and he came in and he took different like natural scents where in Jeju where these things are grown, and he created some new scents for us on our Samswell line. And we have partnered also with Pentagram. They are the top world's number one marketing agency. They have worked with brands like Tiffany and Co, Lululemon, Wonka, Starbucks. And so when you sign in this company and you get your back office, you have access to absolutely incredible marketing material. Going forward, Christy, why don't you kind of get started here on the rewards, starting with the events and how that important that is to people in their business?
Absolutely. So I just want to share a personal story that when I was first introduced to this industry, one of the key things that was said to me was, you can't miss an event. You can't miss convention. That was the big event. And I was someone that really, really wanted to leave my corporate job. And so I was very coachable at the time. And I will say, attending that first convention was the game changer for me, because what I did was I saw what people were doing here. I heard the testimonials, and what it did is it instilled belief in me of really how big this industry is, but even more so with Riman, where everything that was in my head moved to my heart, and I just became this company. And I couldn't wait to get out there and share it because of just the impact that it was making on other people's lives. So I borrowed their belief until I had my own story. And then, of course, now my story has been I've been able to leave my corporate job of 18 years. I was making a significant income. I worked in television, traveled the globe, but again, also getting to these retreats. So we have two a year, and this is the next one that's coming right up. And you have plenty of time to be able to qualify, but we would love to meet you in Costa Rica. It's all expense, all paid for. And now let's talk just a little bit about the compensation plan. And so here, what I love about what we're doing here that's still different in Remon is that one, we have one of the most competitive compensation plans, one of the best in the industry, and where you can make up to 54% commission. And I like to use it as like a little bit of an example of like basically a lemonade stand. So what you get is basically when you sell your own lemonade to customers, right, you're going to keep some of that money, and that's called your retail profit. So at first, when you're just signing up, you're going to make 10 cents on every cup, and that's basically a planner rank. I do look at the planner rank as basically everyone hits that first rank as soon as you sign up. It's basically like a glorified customer, right? But the better that you get at making lemonade and telling people about it, the more you're going to make per cup. So up to 54 cents on every cup when you are a national director, or even just unlocking a few of our additional compensational bonuses that we have in place for you. Now, let's say that your friends, they see how fun it is and they want to open up their own lemonade stands too. Well, you're going to help them set up their stands. And every time they sell lemonade, you also get a small little thank you from that because you help them get started. And that's called open group commission. So it's basically like if your friend sells $1 a cup, you're going to get 5%. It's not bad for just helping them out, right? So that's actually the additional bonuses. But it gets even better, you guys. If your friend teaches their friends to sell lemonade, then and they sell cups, you also get a thank you from that as well. And this is the unilevel part that we have. Basically, it's like a family tree of lemonade stands, like a franchise, and you get paid on each branch up to 6 levels deep. Now, as you move up in the ranks, as you move up, planner, of course, you're going to make 10% retail, and you're going to help a few friends. Then you're going to hit manager. Manager, you're better at selling and you're better at helping others. Now you're going to unlock 20 to 30% retail. And that's going to get you to senior manager. It's just an escalator. So once you hop on, you're going to just naturally, as you're sharing, you're just going to start hitting these ranks. Senior managers, team to team leader, it's just more friends, more stands, more customers, bigger bonuses. And then of course, then you hit director and above. But here's the magic. I think you guys are, I don't know if you guys are still free, but you pay $20 a year. And basically now you've got your lemonade stand, right? A year, that's it. You don't have to promise to buy lemonade every single month. So there's no subscriptions here. There's no auto ship. And the cool part is that you get rolling volume. So you never start over at zero. Never, ever, ever. Every month is going to roll into another month. You get to use 3 months of rolling volume for those first three ranks. And those are also affiliate based. You don't necessarily have to grow a team. And then as you get to team leader, that requires a little bit of team building. And you get to use 6 months of rolling volume towards that rank, and then also your director rank as well. And again, earning up to 54% commission, which is really, really cool. We also have our leadership match bonus. That's what Abby was just showing you. And this is when you hit that team leader rank, where now you're going to also be able to get an additional bonus on your first generation all the way up to your third generation. And then, of course, as you rank up, you get to go more levels deep. Okay, sorry. That was long.
No, that was great. That was great. I thought you were going to toss me the ball back on the comp plan, so I was so glad you took that. Guys, I didn't understand the comp plan for probably the first 6 months. I just knew that I wanted to find business partners, and I am of the mindset that I would, rather take 1% from 100 people than take 100% from my own efforts. So when I got started, I was just looking for, like-minded entrepreneurs, women online, women offline, people who had influence in their communities, estheticians, med spas. And that's the beauty of this business is we have a very strong affiliate level where people can just sell and make upwards of 40%. But then, I'm a former collegiate athlete and coach. I love teamwork. I love building teams. I love coaching. And, the more value, the more you serve and the more you equip people to come on and lead, the more you are paid here. And I just love that concept. I think it's a dream career. So this is Chairman On. And what's cool about Riman is that we are vertically integrated. We own everything from seed to bottle to he created what's called Riman Village, and that is in about an hour outside South Korea. I got to go there last year. Christy just went there this year. I was watching all her pictures, and it is so magical. You see these Zooms, but you don't realize how big it is. And, this is where you really get to experience the heart of the company. I remember leaving every day and coming back, and there'd be gifts on my bed. The villas are high tech, like the floors were warm. They had just these things that I had never seen before. And it really goes to show you that they take every detail to an artistic perfection level. And that meant so much to me. And I remember one day even we had a beautiful breakfast and Chairman On came in and he handed us all envelopes. It was money. And then they took us out in the city to go shopping. I'm like, who does that? And, if you're looking for a company that has great community and is committed to excellence, once you go and you hit director, but for you guys, I'll show you something special at the end. Once you go there, you will never find another company and another home like this. There's nothing out there like it. And this is on Jeju Island. It just goes to show you we have our own solar power station, our Riman Farm, our Be Young Pool Lab, Jeju Water Lava Center. And you go there and you get to learn and you get to talk to the scientists and see everything and how it is vertically integrated, how we own everything. I don't know about you, but I have been a part of former companies where they ran out of this ingredient or they ran out of that ingredient, and all of a sudden the formula has completely changed. And or we have a shipping problems from some third party person and it disrupts everything. So, that integrity of owning everything, that is also why you have a very high end luxury product that you can sell at an affordable price. I mean, this product could be on the shelf right next to La Prairie, selling that Dermatology EX cream for $800 a bottle. But it was Chairman On's dream to have his own company and to put it in the hands of the people to create financial opportunity. And that is what you have here. We are going worldwide, and it is unbelievable timing for people in the UK because you just launched a little sector of Europe. You don't just get to be a part of the launch in the UK. You are 1 to 2 connections away from people in Spain, Italy, France, Ireland. Like it's such a massive opportunity for you right now. In the white are places that were opened, and in the blue are places that we are getting ready to open. And first quarter, we will be going to Ireland, Spain, and Italy. We just announced this month we're going into Japan. We just announced later in the year that we're also going to go in Australia. And what's not updated on here is Dubai. But also look at the Rica. I mean, the opportunity is here for the taking right now. It's about, we're not just a little company, a little brand. It is really about global domination. Um, can you hear me okay, Christy? I think I had a little internet lag.
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys, in the UK, these are your business kits to get started with. And Christy just explained when you got started, you're coming in and you're only making 10% commission. It's our heart's desire that you get up to senior manager where it's 30% as fast as possible. Would you like to sign on a rock star at maybe 2 business kits with what's called 3,000 in SP and make 10%? Or would you like to make 30% from that? So we highly encourage you, like this is your business, open up with inventory, but you saw our faces. You are your best walking billboard. Be a customer first. Have your experience. Capture all your friends and family and their before and after pictures. It would be wise to get the business kit or the advanced kit so you not just had a set for you, maybe you had a borrow bag that you passed around your neighborhood. When we first started, I had a borrow bag and a woman would take it and I would only let her take it for 3 days, and I had another woman lined up to go get it from her house. And once that borrow bag left, oh man, the orders were coming through. And also K-pop parties. You will get training on K-pop parties. It's nothing fancy. When beat the box and start inviting women and men over to your house, around your kitchen table, around your sink to use it, talk about it so you can demo it. Once that product gets on people's faces, it's game over. You will be shocked at the ripple effect that you create as everybody starts walking around with glowing faces and people asking, what are you doing? What did you do to yourself? And so we think, getting your order in, planning your K-pop party, people respond the best in 48 hours, not 1 month out. You want to get people using that product. You want to get that product on faces. And so it's really important that you don't just have your own set, but you have a backup set. And you do get free product in these backup sets. But one of the most important things is you can see attached to each purchase, you have an SP. The minute you hit 3,000 in SP, you just went from making 10% to 20%. When you hit 6,000 SP, you have unlocked senior manager, you're making 30%. So let's just say you buy the advanced kit and then guys, you sell 5 others. or four others. Now you're at 6,000 in SP. You're unlocked at senior manager. So we have, if you're bringing in a med spa or somewhere that wants to sell retail, we would recommend they buy six of the business kits and open up their spot at senior manager so they can get actually a rebate back on their product the next month, and they get all the free product, and their shop where people can shop is opened up at the highest commission level. So you want the product, you want the points, you're always going to be reordering anyway. You might as well invest in starting your business. So right now in the UK, you guys have a free enrollment going on until November 30th. Okay. And that usually looks like 20 pounds over annually. So, but right now it is free for you guys. And then they have a special going on that if you meet the requirement of being a team leader by November 30th, they are going to back pay you for every sale you ever made since you've been started as a team leader. That's that's going to be a very nice paycheck come December 15th. That is going to be some good Christmas money. So, if you're in this and you want to hit team leader, you go get your business partners in, you plan some K-pop parties, and you get cranking. Momentum loves speed. Don't sit on it. Don't wait on it. Start making your list, start contacting people, start planning things, start building your team if team leader is the goal. Act like a leader and take the opportunity right now by the reins. The other promotion going on right now is the first 50 to people in the UK to become a team leader have an exclusive invite to go to Jeju Island. And that is just not fair. Christy and I had to get 600,000 in volume as directors to qualify for Jeju Island, but the first 50 of you to become a team leader will qualify, and that's only 50,000 in volume, you guys. So it's an incredible time to get this business started. And the final promo that they have going on for you guys right now is your customers are able to actually purchase starter kits. Once November passes and December begins, you only have access to those starter kits the first 30 days that you sign up as a planner, and customers never have access to starter kits. So another just backdoor trick you can do right now is the UK has an 8-day cooling off period, which means anything over 200 pounds, they're not even going to charge your credit card for 8 days. And I know you want to get your product in, and I know you want to collect the points on your own purchase to get you up. So we would recommend that you set up your planner account, you get your link, and then you go in as a customer under your own link, and then you put that starter package order in. Your card will charge that day, your product will get to you a lot faster, and you'll be able to start tracking that volume to see how you can really, track getting up and going with everything. So guys, with that being said, that is the end of our presentation. I just want to emphasize again, thank you so much for showing up. Christy and I are just so excited for you guys. There is nothing like launching a country. You will never get this opportunity back in a lifetime. And not only do you get to launch the UK, but you get to be a part of launching so many other countries. And that is huge, guys. So this has been a game changer for me. I was a single mom 5 years, and the ability to make well over 6 figures from my phone when I only get my daughter part-time, and to be full-time present, and to get to travel with her and her basketball, and to get to afford that and all her games and uniforms and extra training. Like, you got to dig down deep and you got to say, why am I here? What's my why for such a time as this? Why do I want to take advantage of this opportunity? We are in the gig economy right now. Everybody needs an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. And that is so easy and possible here if you just put a little bit of elbow grease into it. But others are here because, in this company, the average for team leader is 5,000 to 8,000 pounds a month. How many of you would like to hit team leader and have an extra 5 to 8,000 pounds a month. That can be very life-changing for some people. And then to have the mentality that I'm going to share this and I'm going to help others achieve that. When you have that focus, I'm going to help others achieve that who want that, you ride on into director. You will reap what you sow in service in this company. You barely have to focus on director if you're just helping the other people who have committed to go along this path with you get where they want to go. And I don't know a more rewarding career than getting paid for the service I bring to help other people level up in their lives and have whatever opportunities and why that they would do this. So, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for your time tonight. We're so excited for you. Get back to the person who invited you on this call and let's get going. Let's crank. All right. Bye.